Hello and welcome. This is an opportunity to reflect on and experience this topic of sweetness, of introversion. And many things come to mind, but I think being able to regulate how we feel happens when we are introverted. And just taking stock, it's like taking care of what's going on inside. And it's often tempting to want to solve things by moving, changing, getting something from out there. But it's a huge resource that we have to turn the focus within. Often the image is of a tortoise and he's pulling in his limbs into the shell. We are doing this in a way through our senses, and that is happening through the mind. You can you feel how the mind can wander sometimes. You can be in a place and your mind can be somewhere else, and that's not introversion, but it does show you how we can be oblivious sometimes to what's around because the mind has gone. We're doing this consciously, so we are aware, but we're also able to be in a different space. And I'd like to create a few moments as an experiment to see this freedom. So just creating an environment where you feel comfortable to relax consciously the body, including the shoulders and maybe the muscles on the face. And just seeing that your breath is deeper rather than a shallow breathing. We can bring to mind a place that maybe we have been where nobody knows you. It can be very close to your city or town, but you are anonymous there. You are walking on the street or traveling. And it is as if you are invisible to others because you are not recognizable. And it can be liberating. It can be a busy place. But you are experiencing freedom. Let's see, we see the view of an invisible traveler that is in this world. Traveler is a guest here and also a guest in the physical body. The body will finish. The being has a continued experience. This is invisible guest. Nobody can see. There's a liberating feeling. Action may be happening all around, but internally there is a freedom there. A visitor in this scene, maybe right now. Thank you. It's fun to play with. I really like the feeling of being somewhere new and you are anonymous, and I don't know why it just brings a joy. And I think it's because at a different level, it is the truth that we are really associated with things all around, but they are not permanent things, even though they may be there for some decades, but there is a sense that they may not be there forever, and it's not a guarantee. And it builds a nice relationship with the experience if we are able to just take a step back. And sweetness is when things feel there is an innocence. I think children, we feel this sweetness with children, and sweetness is when there is gentleness often, and something is like untouched, something is sort of original or refined or pure. It also could be fragrant. So these are feelings that we get from this introversion. And we remember the significance of stories as a child we may have read, or in mythology. There is a nice feeling about going into a different space, a different world. Sometimes it's with a special key, a secret garden, or the Lion Witch in the wardrobe, or it can be like the sacred knife that opens up. And there is a reason. These stories, we like them in our imagination. They take us away and above. And this is really what's happening in the spirit when we are going into introversion. We are entering something else when we are giving ourselves this space. So we can experiment, and with this introversion, going into a space of sweetness. So again, just check that we are feeling very physically relaxed, and we can choose to close our eyes or have them open, but gazing ahead, just on a point, gentle gaze. We bring again this very simple image of an invisible traveler. We can create an image of a soft shining star. This is a conscious living being of light that we are connecting to. This conscious experiencer, conscious invisible traveler, holding it in the mind or feeling a presence. It's not physical. This invisible traveler is from a different reality, like an actor on a stage. This is a stage dimension. This introversion, we are lifting the attention above the noise of the stage. The movement of the stage, and using this special key of introversion, coming to a world of silence. The sky, which is open and vast, or an ocean with no limits visible, evokes the feeling of this silence, space, and unlimited feeling that comes with this being beyond the stage. See the stage as small, like down below, still going on with many characters and actions. We are immersed in a timeless reality. This is so sweet. Because it is this untouched, independent, primary world of the traveler. The traveler visits the stage but comes home, is the same one. So there is a security within that. Reference point for peace and stability, sweetness, and really being beyond any kind of harm. Tiny star, conscious light. Totally independent from the role on the small stage. Doesn't need the role to be a certain way. This innocence, sweetness, is not dependent on the actions on the small stage or the circumstances. There is no harm, there is no desperation for the stage to be providing peace. This ocean-like vast primary world, that dimension fully beyond. There is full freedom, full like liberation. So much to explore in this introversion. Different kinds of love that are unconditional, that are innocent and for these invisible travelers. Bring our attention back to the present scene and bring to mind maybe a scene that you may know is coming later today, some place we are going. And just see the role we are playing, but also see the invisible experiencer that is introverted, watching that scene in such freedom, still able to play the role fully, be engaged, but introversion can be there all along. with just a little attention. And your stability, your peace, your silent, sweet energy will be so helpful for the self and others, this new energy. Thank you. So remembering the beauty and fun that we know through these stories, there's a reason, because at the conscious level we know that we can do this, and we just need to exercise that muscle of taking a step back and experimenting. So I hope you enjoy the day. See you next time.